ban.
When Sumail broke into the scene, he was like almost over-aggressive in a lot of his games.
Radiant
Ramsey seems to have
team
found a pretty
ban.
good balance where he is definitely looking for the kills when they're there, but he's playing surprisingly experienced for an inexperienced player. You wouldn't think he's a 16-year-old when you see him play across the game.
He's inexperienced in life,
Yeah.
let alone Dota.
But
He's got an old spirit.
it's just very interesting to. Right, never mind.
Let's go to the draft.
I'll just leave it. Done. Stop there.
10 seconds remaining.
It took very long for people to realize.
He didn't.
Radiant
Godlike
team
Chen
pick.
There again too.
Damn.
Let's see.
Give them Chen. Okay. They wanted that to happen.
Oh,
Radiant
back this
team
time on the
pick.
side of Fnatic. And Spirit as well, this time on the side of Fnatic.
So this,
Big surprises, or?
what did they pick last time together with Chen? They went Chen Prophet, that's not there, and they also like the Wisp. This is actually the two pairings they've picked in the first phase together with their Chens. Now they have to do something different. I think you already have to consider, like, mid lane is just the lane you think about already. OD is
10
there, most
seconds
likely.
remaining.
Earth Spirit can rotate. They can, of course, still safe lane OD.
5 seconds
Have,
remaining.
the ability to do.
So when you say think about the mid lane, are you saying think about ways
Reserve
to help
time.
out your mid lane, or get something for the mid lane that can put up with the OD and the oncoming pressure from?
Yeah,
well,
either or. Those two for sure. And again, highlight heroes that can escape Earth Spirit ganks early. Puck, Queen of Pain, are good. Since they have Chen, they could even try something a little bit different, like playing a Juggernaut mid. It's actually not that awful against the new OD. I think the old OD would have eaten it way harder.
Really?
It's just, you know, it's just because it can't get ganked very easily, right? You can always just spin when Juggernaut and when Earth Spirit. That speaks for itself. But I think in the first few levels, OD can't sustain the Arcane Orb harass. You need to level up a bit first, and Juggernaut in that time can at least farm. And then after that, you can just swap your lanes around and put your safe laner mid, because then Earth Spirit might have lost his moment.
Jug mid against OD.
I'm saying I think that can be okay. If your main goal in mid is to not die, then you can swap your safe lane and mid lane for the first few minutes against Earth Spirit and then swap them around again.
I don't think it's worth it.
I guess it depends on what you want out of your.
Do you really think
mid lane.
Juggernaut just gets like, run over by OD?
Not in the first few levels. No, definitely
I don't
not.
think so.
I don't think.
Radiant team
I
ban.
disagree. I think he does pretty well against Jug.
Oh, for sure. I'm not saying he's gonna win. I'm just saying he won't die and he will get farm.
I think there are heroes though that push that don't have. For example, like if your only goal is not to die to this,
10
you can pick something
seconds
like Puck.
remaining.
Alright, that was
Then
my
it's
first
all-
choice.
yeah.
Puck and Queen of Pain, but I'm just saying if you want something
5
different
seconds
from those two,
remaining.
if you're not comfortable with them and you want to play to your Chen strengths, then Juggernaut is a niche.
Reserve
Ability.
time.
Yeah.
Dungeon Oracle. That's a good defensive support at least.
Really good
Could help out
against
mid.
Spirit.
It's two huge sustained kind of heroes. Does mean they do lack a little bit in the stun department. Fortune's End, I guess, in one way could be some sort of lockdown, but it's going to be good enough that,
Fanatics
I mean, it
turn
shows
to
that they're not
ban.
going to have any sort of early roaming or ganking potential from their supports. I guess, yeah, but
And it's Alliance showed that you can have fairly static lanes and just run a push strategy, and it works fine again. As long as you understand that
10
you're not really
seconds
meant to do
remaining.
anything but get experience for the first game, try to get your chance.
5 seconds
Trying
remaining.
to death ball on the back of it.
They ran aggressive jungle Chen earlier today.
Reserve
Is that
time.
something they're planning again?
Too early to say.
Radiant
that was-
team ban.
It was
think
with an IOCK.
It was enabled because they had Wisp. I think Oracle is really bad for aggressive trial lanes, actually. Because the time this hero starts getting strong in lane is when it hits level 3. So you have 2 points in Purifying Flames and 1 in Fortune's End. It's a long time when you're running an aggressive lane. And
10
you can
seconds
give, like, low
remaining.
armor. Sure, you have a good attack point, but you're just fragile. And
5
that's
seconds
something a hero like
remaining.
Earth Spirit can really take advantage of. Probably not
Fanatics
recommend
turn
that
to
this
ban.
game. You know, they do ban out the Void.
seeing that Void has really not been doing so well. So I
No.
think someone said that it was like 27%
Wow.
already this tournament. So do you think the stock
10
Void is
seconds
going to be
remaining.
plummeting from here on out, or is it just with these kind of
5
these
seconds
teams that haven't really
remaining.
been able to showcase much far?
I think a big part of the win rate being that low is that it was picked a lot by CDEC, and they just
Fanatics
both CDC
turn
and
to
eHome
pick.
just gave away super good heroes, and they're starting to figure out how other teams are playing now. They should be learning a lot until they go into the main event. but they were being so stubborn about their Void, and it just kept losing. So
Radiant
I
team
think
pick.
most of the times when Void gets picked later in the draft or in a better situation, that's where it's found its wins. It's the first pick Voids that have lost.
We're having a bit of a reverse draft, by the way.
Yeah,
it is
it really
exactly
is.
what Team Spirit had.
Gyro is good.
It wasn't the same order though. What did they pick third last game? Because Gyro was fourth pick.
Yeah.
They picked the hero that wasn't there.
Darkseer.
Yeah.
Arliss, I keep interrupting you. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, but
Ooh.
CDC draft, I don't
Fnatic's
think the
turn to pick.
Darkseer or the Void was the issue. If anything, their Void was like the saving grace. Majority of that game. The Cheeky had a bad game and he did feel a lot. Plus, Aggressive wasn't playing towards his usual self. He was playing pretty
Radiant
ridiculously.
team
They need
pick.
that guy to just go insane in games lately.
Oh, they actually do get along.
Fanatics
Alright, lots to talk
turn
about
to
here. I mean,
ban.
Razor's been grabbed up, and then Fnatic responding with their Witch Doctor. Well, we know Witch Doctor obviously do pretty good against likes of Chen. Chaos Knight when they don't have the Wisp.
And it's
10
picked to Gyro
seconds
and
remaining.
OD, two heroes I would actually consider pretty good against it. OD's
be
Arcane
fair,
Orb should
Radiant
one-shot
team
healers,
ban.
right?
I think OD is good against it, but I don't know if I feel like Gyro and CK are against each other. Like, say
Yeah.
you Phantasm, you get a stun, you can instantly kill the Gyro.
Absolutely.
You get crits. So it just depends on how you go about taking it.
I'm not.
10
I've really
seconds
liked their
remaining.
Chaos Knight picks so far in the tournament, but I think this is the weakest one they've had because actually all of the
5
four enemy heroes
seconds
have
remaining.
something against him. So the times there've been like 2 or maybe 3 heroes that aren't good CK counters. You got Cask, that's great. You
Reserve
got Call
time.
Down, that's great. Everything about Earth Spirit is good against Chaos Knight apart from the roll. Lots of AoE damage, stun, silence, you name it. And then
I
OD's
mean-
ult can kill the illusions together with his orb. There's ways of dealing with it.
There's just not a lot of lockdown for him. I think that's
That
maybe
is
why they
correct.
feel that
Fnatic's
it's okay.
turn
Like,
to
Sven's banned,
pick.
Tide's banned, no Void. This is a good game in the sense that he'll have control of his hero for pretty much the entire fight unless Earth Spirit, like, rock and then he dies, and that's fairly unlikely in the circumstance. Maybe they just wanted to give him a hero that he can fight with because Gyro is not available either.
What will be the Ohio pickup here? Fnatic now that you
10 seconds
limited the
remaining.
Chaos Knight Raze. There's the answer.
Radiant
so-
team pick.
Phoenix is good against CK. You can get your spirits off. If you can't and you get stunned, then kill Phantasm. Then.
There's only one stun so far. Do you really want to use that on the Phoenix?
I mean, killing the Phoenix first in a teamfight can be very good because then Razor just static links Gyro, and then Gyro does like only call down damage. Black won't. Again, it just really
10
depends on how the
seconds
fights go out.
remaining.
You're theory crafting a 5 versus 5 situation. No idea
Yeah.
how the fight's
5
gonna-
seconds remaining.
I think it almost doesn't matter what Team Spirit last pick. There's just so many options for Fnatic to take the fights. They
Reserve
have So
time.
good AoE damage. They're great at killing off Chen's creeps. And
10
point out, this
seconds
one stun
remaining.
on Chaos Knight actually has to get a lot of work done. If it goes on the Phoenix, you know there's going to be a
5
call down and an
seconds
Earth Spirit rolling
remaining.
in. Now they get one extra piece of lockdown here with the Bat Rider, but I think out of all the drafts we've seen today, this is one of the ones where I'm favoring a team the most. I actually think Fnatic adapted very well to the.
But last time you said Fnatic, you were wrong, so Blitz. What's your
Wow.
opinion?
Yay!
Got him.
Spirit's got the.
Yeah?
The Godblock Chen's gonna create a ton of space. Why are you guys laughing?
You started laughing?
I looked at Cinder and he just laughing.
He has this huge man crush
Okay.
for Godblind.
Andy, are you sticking with Sin?
Yeah, I'll stick with him. I'm not a Baylor.
You want to jump ship to
Follow guy,
touch
come on,
yourself?
man.
I can't, dude.
let's-
I'm gonna be going with Fnatic on this one.
Well,
I'm
let's
very
see
curious.
who
10
the true
seconds
analyst
remaining.
is. It is time for game 2 of Fnatic
5
versus
seconds
Team
remaining.
Spirit. Wow.
Prepare for battle.
Taking on Fnatic. 3 showdown. Fnatic on the dire side, trailing 0-1 in the best of 3. I'm LD. I'm joined here by Gods. Gods, as we get underway with the lanes, the teams enter the field of battle. We can see Earth Spirit and Phoenix over on the Dire side. So Fnatic, actually the Phoenix the one to drop this deep ward in the Radiant jungle this time around. But looking at the drafts here, Fnatic, they snap-picked the Earth Spirit OD the second that Chen came out, and feels like this draft is very well-rounded for them.
It's kind of looking, in some ways, for both teams, a game of the off-laners, although I say off-laners, Spirit's going to be running theirs in the safe lane, because we saw the Phoenix game, it's like, oh, what a good Phoenix game it is. Great against the push, there
30
isn't really
seconds to battle.
good ways of dealing with the Phoenix. And then I saw the Batrider come out, and I'm like, whoa, there's nothing to deal with the Batrider. There's no real good way of countering the lasso. Their only option is the Astral if you're really fast for mid one or in position, or if he's getting Astral, he's kind of just dead. So both offlaners have a great game to really get a big performance out of them.
Confident positioning here from DJ. He's up far. Fnatic do want to contest this, or at least it looks like it. Spirit bringing in numbers as well. It's a 4v4. Rumble in the river. Let's go. Maybe getting the 1 second stun. That's a lot of damage, but they look to turn it. Is enough to bail things out. They keep the Terror Copter alive. Iceberg will finish him up, but now he's
To the narrow maze with you.
Got a bit of time left on the cooldown, and it looks like Fnatic have to settle in the end for the 1-for-1, but First Blood in the end gonna go to mid one, and it looks like a 1-for-1 bounty rune grab.
And the offlane bounty rune went to Batrider. Okay, that's the 1v1 matchup. So having a bounty rune in this 1v1 at bottom actually makes a big difference. There's already a Batrider favored matchup. Mid lane they've got in a nice bit with a roll and trying to kill on this, but about the bottom lane, like it's already Bat favored just because Phoenix has pretty poor lackluster last hitting. Bat can use the napalm, can Firefly, can just farm better, and with bounty rune he's going to win this lane even harder, I want to say.
We saw from Team Spirit in their previous match where they ran the off-lane Chaos Knight. That time around it was with IO. DJ, he makes the rotation, he will connect on the roll there onto the Chaos Knight, but can they get in range for a Rocket Barrage? Doesn't appear to be the case. In fact, they're going to snare DJ, look to turn it. Force Mushi back. Ramses has the Chaos Bolt. Bit squishy right now, low on the HP and not going to go in.
Goes like on the move, he's smoked up, headed towards top. Got a Centaur, which pretty good because you've got a setup. Normally this is actually not the best creep early on
You've
as
got
a Chen, but
two setups.
you've got plenty.
Fortune's End as well as the Chaos Bolt.
Oh. Very dangerous lane all of a sudden for Fnatic with Chen moving up here.
Now, a lot of it comes down to the cast. A good cast here, and they may not be able to get the kill, but they are able to pull in Mushi, just cracks level 2 in Ramses, but there the cast comes through, and together with a kick out of the boulder, Fnatic will engage, so it really does show you how well Fnatic are equipped in general to deal with the early Chen pressure.
Yeah, it's still pressuring the Gyrocopter's farm when your other two lanes aren't necessarily going to be all that great. You've got Razor who can match up decently against the OD, the Bat well against the Phoenix, so if they can also do well in this aggro lane, then you're looking at a good start for Team Spirit.
What have we here?
Get our 1v1 matchup here, Ohio. Sitting 6-3 and still having a good time despite not getting that early bounty rune, and Afterlife having the edge in that department. Has gone back for the magic stick, up to 300 gold. So he's weathered the early storm here.
Regeneration.
Available should Afterlife actually make a move, but currently he's basically out of mana, so there is no threat of a Firefly engage, and things are going really well.
Yeah, he's kind of even on CS, slightly even ahead, and Afterlife is out of mana as well, which means we had a Firefly to, he can't pressure for kills, he can't use it to farm the wave as well as jungle can, so if anything Io's looking, probably even getting a solo kill if Afterlife isn't killed.
This is exactly what Spirit did with the Chen the other time around. They were dire, but they just basically tri-laned the Chen. He didn't really jungle, they didn't end up pushing, tried to pressure the lane, and it was actually a similar situation where even though they were pressuring Burning's Morphling, he was still farming well. Mushi's still farming well despite the pressure. He's 11-2, he's ahead of the Chaos Knight, so he's not really being shut down by this. Looking at that game, Winter felt like there was better things Goblak could have been doing. Are you satisfied right now with your Goblak? Is there a point where you're like, I should just go to the jungle, or what's your thought process here for the
lane
Chen?
as he is now is, I don't plan, or it's not a good plan at least, and you can't feel that well. We saw what happens, the cast just comes in, hits your creep, and then suddenly any gank potential is gone, so maybe he's... I feel like the best consideration is to farm the jungle until Bat's about to hit level 6, and then you go for that kill with the Batrider lasso, wherever that may be. If you don't someone like the Phoenix, or just, and that maybe bring the Batrider to the offlane and go for a kill there with the lasso.
See if he makes an adjustment, but for now Goblak, he's trying to farm the jungle and pull the wave. Getting a little bit of extra pressure here going, but Fnatic see this. They've got an observer ward in the trees, so there's no sneaky backstep shenanigans available to
And it's kind of been Spirit's bread and butter. I think as far as this group stage goes, one of their characteristic strats has been this
Double
aggressive
damage.
CK dual lane with Chen. We've seen the CK IO more, but the CK Oracle, it's a very similar concept, and they've had great success with it, which is where it's like, okay, this lane works, we bring the Chen up there, let's keep doing it. But Fnatic so far dealing with the aggression very well.
always want to fly. He walks into the Earth Spirit here. The roll comes through. Scouted him out courtesy of the observer ward. Now he's trying to turn on DJ. DJ is going to be forced back. He's going to get slowed down now, caught up by the Fortune's End. Pace continues slowly working down with auto
Perfect
attack. He
location.
needs to roll his way out of this one soon, and he'll do so, lacking the boots. Whereas always want to fly had them, so was eventually going to be able to run him down otherwise, but does force the Air Spirit back.
Interesting to see DJ not go for the Orb of Venom or something in the level 1 fight that comes into play, like when he rolls mid, so slightly less aggressive with the mango, just giving you that extra bit. Like when you get that level 2, you can use your Boulder Smash that little bit more liberally because you've got a bit more mana to play around with, but
Do
something a bit
you
different.
consider it core of the Orb of Venom, or more of a
No.
just a nice to have?
It would have paid off. It's easy, like having hit the rolling boulders he's had and the pressure he's had around the map, I think it would have been a better item this game, but it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. If you're expecting that aggro lane up top from the CK Oracle Chen, and then you want to play more defensively, so you're thinking, oh, I probably don't want to do Orb of Venom because I need to play more defensively, get a bit more regen, get the early magic to get Fairy Fire, get the mango, so...
Creeps come marching in, and even though they had vision of Team Spirit walking forward, they might be able to catch up, and they do kill him! Fnatic saw coming the whole way, and they still give up the kill. Mushi, unable to turn, I think just underestimating the damage output, and maybe they look to turn now. Ohio moves into position, he is level 6, he's
Dire's
got the
top
mango, he
tower
has the egg
is
ready
under
if
attack.
it's needed. Needed, so he gets the kill. Brainstorm always want to find the Oracle, but this will leave Afterlife to have a free lane bottom. Take full advantage of it now.
Phoenix goes to rotate, and I think it's okay that he gives the bit of free farm time to the Bat Rider.
Mid lane, they've made the rotation onto mid one. They go. Ice Shark topping
Oh,
to
look
make
at
the
me
mid,
go.
and Eye of the Storm together with Oz.
Right
One more auto
there.
pick, just barely getting the kill. Almost enough to secure his retreat, and now they turn under net. Again, the Fortune's End gonna set things up here. They follow it up. Iceberg survives with an egg and puts them up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
DJ as well as Ohio will wipe out 3. 2 for 3 in the end, and a costly dive for Team Spirit.
Mention a game for the offlaners to shine, and it's a Ohio
That's
coming
better.
in, involved in 4 kills, including a massive turnaround there in the mid lane. He's level 7 already. And we
Radiant's
talked about how
middle
good the Sun
tower
Ray
is
but when
under
you're playing
attack.
a core Phoenix, even more so in a 1v1, it's all about the Fire Spirits. You spell with your primary DPS. It's seen a few nerfs over the, going way back, but the 1v1 when you
Dire's
can get
bottom
it
tower
fast,
is
maxed
under
out,
attack.
it's a big source of damage, and we're seeing him get a lot out of it.
Ramsey's gonna tank a lot of that damage as her Spirit rolls away, but still have him here with the dive. And indeed they do. Ohio cleaning that one up, and 4-0-1 as the off-lane Phoenix showing that he too can play a mean Firebird.
Very fast Midas, a very fast level 11.
Radiant's
and
bottom tower
just
is
don't
under
have
attack.
good heroes to kill the egg whatsoever.
They're terrible at killing it, honestly. I guess they do have a decent number of ranged heroes, but that's about the only positive thing you can say about their egg killing potential. Oracle Chen, very squishy, not really known for auto attacking a whole lot. Razor,
Well, that Oracle base attack time. That, the counter LD. What are you talking about?
yeah, let's just
Radiant's
run in
bottom
towards the
tower
egg with
is
that
under
ballistic
attack.
650 HP.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Truvana always want to fly, and they send them packing. Fnatic ramping up the aggression as Afterlife, meanwhile, diving the top lane, looking for Ned here. Has the lasso ready. They're gonna pull him down towards the south side. The TP comes through. DJ's there, looking to turn it. He's gonna roll onto Afterlife. Ned almost walks back into the flames. Don't touch fire, my man. And
Radiant
Will drops
structures
out as
are
elsewhere in the
fortified.
river. Mid one also getting caught out. His damage being stolen. Ken creeps parading towards him, but he's gonna make it out. TP home from the Bat Rider. Afterlife will survive, but this is looking to be a very poor Bat Rider, guys. 8 minutes in. He has come back for the Ring of Victorious, and he is just nowhere near getting that one.
He had the 1v1, then he had the empty lane when Phoenix left it. When you go for a dive like that and don't get the kill, you fall very far behind him. We're seeing another kill get picked up by Fnatic in the mid lane. Iceberg goes down.
And now bottom. They're also looking for some here as the Chen is in pursuit, trying to finish off a retreating DJ, but not sure he's gonna be able to do it. Mid one turns with the Astral. Down he goes. Not done yet. He's got to get DJ here. Does he have another? Oh no, he's out of mind.
Finally. That 3 second cooldown, 5 second duration.
God bless. Fnatic sends the full complement of heroes over to the enemy jungle.
Ohio's not having any of that, and he's got Midas 8.5 minutes in. Midas coming, he'll Midas a big creep, hit close to level 9 off of that, and it's just going to be a dream Phoenix game. And what could have been a fantastic Batrider game, Afterlife just hasn't quite had the right rotations that he's needed to this so far.
Always want to fly. A bold move. Jumping onto Mushi. Can he get the solo kill? Nope, being healed up. The Phoenix doing it again. Krah! Krah! I think he might. He will. Well, just end the game now.
Dire's
Give this
bottom
man
tower
the
is
MVP
under
medal
attack.
because there is no way anybody else is going to do more for Fnatic.
All I've seen is like carries and mid gets MVP, but I mean,
They get 0 and 2.
Actually, with that-
Juan is lane, he's done it all.
yeah, generally the hero player getting lots of kills, which is still a higher, but right now he is putting on a show on this.
Yeah, we haven't even really seen the most balanced spell Phoenix has, which is the Sunray, but it's starting to come into play now. That thing has really been doing work in this tournament. I've actually seen Phoenixes this event who have done absolutely nothing
Dire's
except
bottom
unrating creep
tower
waves,
is
and
under
he
attack.
can't push into it. On its own, it's almost the Chen counter. He's doing a lot more than that. Fnatic will settle things down now. Score 6-10 at the 10-minute mark. Looking at their advantage. It's not overwhelming. 1,000 gold lead, about 500 experience lead. Feels like they've got to be irritated by the amount of work that Phoenix has done thus far.
Yeah, it's very much kind of like a momentum thing where you've got this problem here that's doing well and you haven't got an answer inside. So like, oh, we'll get this item or we'll get such and such tool and then we'll be fine. It's, things are going to continue to struggle as Randy now the next on the receiving end of potential game.
Fall down comes through. It's going to help confirm the first kill. That's the Dead Oracle. Egg complete.
One of the, I want to say studio counts because it's not really going to be a full-on solution, is the
Radiant's bottom
that
tower
can
is
surge
under
off the
attack.
fire spirits, which may occasionally bring some assistance in dealing with the egg. We saw it there on the Chaos Knight, helping and get away a little, kind of just negate some damage, but it is a nice little tool that
Radiant's
Spirit's
bottom
disposal.
tower has
Yeah,
fallen.
also the you've got the false promise as well.
Yeah.
So. Urges could come into play here, but at the same time it feels like he's struggling to live long enough to even cast those spells. Right, so guys, looking at Team Spirit, they have not dominated the lanes at all. You pick a Chen, you're
Radiant's
normally looking to
bottom
win the
tower
lane stage,
is
as well
under
as
attack.
Razor, for that matter. Where do they go from here? Batrider
Dire's
Blink
middle
is coming
tower
soon,
is under
but it's
attack.
a late one. Is there a particular hero you try to gank? Tower you try to take? What are they looking for?
You look towards the OD Gyrocopter. As much as the Phoenix is the top performing hero, he's still going to he's always going to be pesky.
Godlike thought he had an easy pick on that. That was not the case.
But
Dire's
when you get
top
that
tower
Batrider,
is
you
under
gotta
attack.
go, find pickoffs, get your smokes going, and look to find kill after kill wherever possible. Unfortunately, the poor Batrider was so close, and then Hayo says,
He was-
yeah, remember me?
Was trying to cut the wave, but they
Yeah.
actually have a lane ward, so they saw him moving in to the jungle and go for that. So Fnatic, again, just ready for Spirit's movements here.
Almost level 11. We're 12 minutes in the game. Next Midas, he's there.
What a dream game for Ohio. What do you go now? To 1700 gold.
So, the early Shivas could
Just
be
what
very
that
powerful
doctor
against the
ordered.
Chaos Knight illusions and
Dire's
just in
middle
general.
tower
slows
is
the
under
attack speed.
attack.
There's a lot of physical
Yeah,
damage when you look at
yes.
Razor Chaos Knight.
Grind me down.
Oh, that's
for
not where that
what
wants to be.
you was
Hugs up
unworthy.
around. Always one of Fly's waiting. Just blast him with the Purifying Flame as well as the Fortune damage.
Regeneration.
Almost solo killed him just with that damage.
And the one other item which sometimes you might see on Phoenix is the Veil. Very cost effective, a bit cheaper, and he does have a lot of magic hanging out with the Fire Spirits and the OD
And the
Ultimate
Gyro as well.
Oh, yeah, Gyro, OD Ultimate. It's a great Veil game. It's whether or not he wants to go for that big scary item like a Shivers or something a bit more utility focused.
Radiant's middle
He's got the
tower
choice
is under
now.
attack.
2100 gold up on Ohio. And Fnatic are going to take this opportunity to smoke.
And then you have other situational things like ATOS, which is always okay as well, but
Well, this time the good kind of record setting coming, and it's from Ohio on the Phoenix. Dominant showing here on a hero that has seen very little success thus far in the major. Ramsey, of course, it's nighttime, so he doesn't see Fnatic even after breaking the smoke walks directly into the full three-man squad. And Quickly sacrifices his life. The best part for Fnatic, didn't have to use a big stall there. Got everything ready. The Magnetize online, the level 2 Supernova available, so it's going to take the additional 3 attacks to kill it off. Talked about Team Spirit, not the best at doing so.
Any team fight around egg will be won by Fnatic at this stage.
Not only everything. They jump onto Iceberg. Ohio chasing him out. He is going to fly up the hill. Has
Radiant's
all the
middle
fire
tower
spirits
is
going on
under
him,
attack.
And now the Magnetize coming through. This is just a brutal commitment to finish off Iceberg. He will get the kill. He survived for a decent amount of time, but it's just not enough. 10 down, Razor down, Fnatic. Driver's seat at this
Dyer's
point.
top
14
tower
minutes
is
in.
under attack.
It is feeling like they are in full control.
The really just scary thing about that fight is this is for Fnatic item pickup.
Radiant's
the only
middle
item pickup
tower
they
is
had for
under
that fight
attack.
was the Helm of the Dominate on Gyro. They haven't got the shivers yet on Phoenix, just has
Radiant
the plate melt.
structures
There's
are
going to be a veil
fortified.
coming out for the Earth Spirit. The OD's banking 2.5k gold, so his drums, ATOS, 4-star, whatever he wants to go, maybe a BKB rush, Blink. That hasn't come up. And they have all this just current gold they're stockpiling that's going to appear suddenly in the next fight. Then it's going to be a Roshan, and then Fnatic can snowball out of control incredibly quickly because of that. They didn't even have to use a Supernova, so they've still got that, and Team Spirit still have to be just fearful and hiding. Anyone who gets caught out in the jungle or anywhere on the map is be mincemeat.
Fnatic moving back towards mid. They'll send 3, make it 4 heroes here. Wondering if they will go for a smoke or if they just plan to brute force it. At that moment, a Blink also grabbed by mid 1, so offense, offense, offense. Game for Fnatic. At the same time, Spirit trying to make their move, but unfortunately there's a very quick reaction there on the self-astral by mid 1. Prevents the lasso grab, and now Afterlife absolutely trying to run away. They call it out. He's going to come through with hits on 2, maybe 3 ramps.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Keep them fighting safe, and Ohio is going to stay alive through this. They drive back Iceberg. Still, only the Witch Doctor dropping. Surprised we didn't see 8 heroes die there, but they all win.
Both teams
God Black with the Hand of God debut as well, and that made a big difference.
the misexecution on both sides. Batrider didn't get the blink lasso. He kind of blinked, didn't cast it fast enough after blinking.
Dyer's
and
middle
then
tower is under attack.
Phoenix kind of misplacing the, or at least using the egg too early. The Earth Spirit missing a roll, so ultimately everyone missed their kind of skill shots, and everyone backed off.
Gyro had a good call now.
Yeah,
Just no
Dyer's structures
yeah.
are
Needed to, they
fortified.
only committed the egg at that point.
After all the crap we gave Mushi last game, I think they deserve a little one. Here they go though. They found out DJ behind the tower. He's gonna jump very quickly, forced down by the purifying flames and barrage of nukes. Team Spirit.
Kind of timing Spirit just immediately go again, knowing that the egg is going to be on cooldown for a little bit longer, which is a period where Fnatic aren't going to be quite as potent in the fight. Not to mention the Sanity's Eclipse also not available.
That's a great time to strike for them, and we'll bring things back towards balance. We've only seen the 1 tower drop bottom lane for the Radiant, the tier 1. Else teams have their outer structure standing and good ability to respond quickly to rotations. If they look to do so now.
Radiant's
Fnatic
middle
must win up
tower
mid.
is under attack.
Ogre Club complete for Mushi as he is on top of the CS chart, farming very well this game.
Radiant's middle tower
Grab the
has
tier 1, the
fallen.
last pick going to mid 1. Immediately Fnatic. Stayed on the bottom side. Let's see, do they have any vision here? They do see Ramses right now, farming the jungle. Go for the long range kick, roll forward. They're gonna isolate the cast 9. He managed to spend his gold, gets the armlet
I
recipe in
return
place.
you to wholeness.
He is dead, and that means Fnatic won a piece of the Roche.
A lot of kills that are starting to add up, and the Chaos Knight just isn't seeing much farm go his way. And he's the most farmed Spirit hero, and I'm looking at how this game's developing. He's had a pretty bad game, farming well, getting ganked, and then the rest of his team doing just as poorly, if not worse. So.
We're gonna see the tier 1 mid for Roshan trade, perhaps, or at least that's the goal for Spirit here.
Phoenix already saying, we don't have to trade. You can get Roshan, they'll TP in as I defend this tower.
We've got OD, he can solo Roche with a blink dagger. no
Roshan has
problem.
fallen to the dance.
Roche dropping very quickly, courtesy of that Outworld Devour, and he will be the man to carry the H. So up to 1900 gold. Interested to see what the build will be. In a lot of Rod of Atoses, Super I know really loves the BKB rush. Maybe if you're feeling confident, you build towards the Hex, but for now mid 1 is going to be
BKB,
saving up.
good seeing you with the blink, because you're blinking in like this kind of no man's, often like into an enemy squad, and he guarantees you get a lot of intel steal, then a big ultimate off. It's a fairly defensive build in some way. The blink burst is to me a bit of an odd choice. Normally you go for at least 1 item before the blink. drums or a 4-staff, or commonly we're seeing the ATOS a bit, but
Maybe just thinking that he can just quickly react and blink out when the bat comes at him. You can astral, but perhaps sometimes that sets them up to jump on you afterwards.
now
We'll
Fnatic
see.
are gonna kind of farm a little bit. They play Aegis for a good, decent duration. They're not in any rush to think to Spirit, and they know Spirit have very limited play on the map where it's actually even safe for them to try and farm. Potential for Fnatic
Radiant's
is
top
just
tower
very
is
based
under
on their
attack.
item advantage, and still got smokes to play around, so that's
Oh
gonna be the next
man,
move.
have we talked about how good Veil of Discord is this game?
A little bit. We're theory crafting it. For the Phoenix.
Yeah, that's right. We discussed it for like 3 seconds, but it is incredible, and they have one. Here we go. Always want to fly.
See myself.
Trapped up.
Radiant's
Fnatic
top
smokes for
tower
this, and they
is
went
under
down to poke
attack.
Iceberg, and with an Invisor and able to back away.
We just
Radiant
Tier 1 tower,
structures are fortified.
go for the tier 2 if they want to give up bottom lane, but I think they'd rather fight right now, and DJ's already setting up in position for this bottom lane, hiding in fog,
Radiant's top
waiting for an
tower
opportunity
has
to roll
fallen.
in and have a teammate.
Dire's
Here we go.
bottom
Bottom
tower
they're gonna
is under
back
attack.
on the takeoff and should get this.
Ramsey's trying to juke around the trees here. Gets the 3 seconds done off on it in one, but there's even more backup coming through. And
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, as a magnetized, I mean, they really should have dropped the OD ult there as well. Just
And they defend mid as well. The Phoenix kind of solo defending against 3 heroes in a Chen army. That's just how good the Phoenix is. They TP into 3 heroes pushing mid with 0 risk of dying, and he's push by himself. Like, it's just such an amazing Phoenix game, and they can't punish him in any way.
And when he not only is he just having a good game, but he's a naturally great matchup for this Chaos Knight with the Shiva's Guard complete, the Fire
What
Spirit.
have we here?
Good luck with those illusions actually doing anything in the
Yeah.
fights.
And like even armor toggling when you've got fire spirits and all this damage over time, Sunray, there's very little chance of getting off a good armlet toggle.
We've seen Ramses go off on the Chaos Knight earlier today, but it is just not a hero that can single-handedly win every game, and feels like Fnatic's draft and a decent start, they're in a great position to deal with the CK
Radiant's
game where
bottom tower is
Razor's
under
not
attack.
having a big impact. The guy's got
Radiant
Drum, Tequila,
structures are
he
fortified.
didn't take over the game. This is not a Fada level of farm on Razor, and it's gonna be an uphill battle for either of those two to really fight into Fnatic.
Fnatic, well, they're not going to try and fight into this team. They're barreling down bottom
Radiant's
lane.
bottom tower
Spirit
is under
channeling a
attack.
bit of what we saw
Radiant's
from Fnatic
bottom
in the
tower
previous
has
game,
fallen.
pushing the other lanes. They send
Dire's
Razor top,
structures
send the
are
CK mid, but
fortified.
they're not really threatening any of these towers. Fnatic, who's already reached high.
21 minutes in, they want to go
Dire's
for
top
high
tower
ground.
is
Fnatic
under
looking
attack.
to quickly end this game. It has been a long day for both teams. Fnatic hoping to get straight into a game
Radiant's
number 3.
bottom tower
The
is
eggs
under attack.
available. The Shiva's Guard online.
Dire's
Called
top
out,
tower
prepped,
is
everything
under
good to go,
attack.
including that OD ult in mid one. He's going to take this chance to blink forward. He gets off the ultimate and
Dire's
is
top
on
tower has
basically the
fallen.
entire enemy team. Ultron
Radiant's
looking to
bottom
keep
tower is
Hero
under
alive for
attack.
now. The sendback comes through. Afterlife is he going to pop in the well? Barely surviving. Combination of spells there. They even hang on to the Hand of God.
Radiant's
But he
bottom
almost
tower
committed
has
for that
fallen.
one, but still they've got the magnetized, and most importantly, perhaps the egg. Still, hear it. They don't want to give up the racks, and they are smoking and looking to counter.
Fnatic full retreat.
Troll trap.
They
Just
had no
out of range.
gyro cooldown as well, and I think just deciding it's not going to be the safest time to take a fight. On top of that, there was the gyrocopters SMY still back at base. They've time to kind of grow with items, and the Aegis will be expiring soon. So it is a risky time to lurk around where you may get caught out and chased down by heroes like Batrider and Chaos Knight.
What do you make of this, by the way? The Orchid OD build.
Very aggressive. It's great damage output, and I think it's
Better than a
largely
poultice.
targeted the fact there's this Oracle who's going to save whoever's kind of on the front lines being gone on, so you can blink to the back lines and sometimes find that Oracle, although in that situation he went for the bat and Oracle actually ends up saving the bat with the help of Chen, so one of the best DPS.
At last.
It has some utility because of the silence factor as well.
And so you get that over the Hex just because it comes online earlier, or?
Yeah, it's better. It comes online earlier. It has a better build up. It's better single target DPS as well, and the Hex can actually be pretty easily dealt with in some ways because you've got the Oracle as well as the Chen sendback. So it's like, okay, you hex someone, you don't get a kill, and the Orchid's just a bit more reliable in a lot of ways.
Fnatic are going to retreat a little bit, slow down their aggression here, and back to farming. We've got a small ancient stack for Mushi. He's flax, and we'll look to bring this one down. You always want to fly dealing with the mid lane, pushing that out. He's hiding in the trees, but having that explosive Chaos Knight performance, and a lot of it seems like it didn't snowball and doesn't have the IO to constantly juiced up and aggressively pushing.
I just said he's been quiet now the last minutes, but the reason it's been quiet is because Spirit is just playing keep away, and he hasn't had any opportunities to shine that early game. But the one who's put Fnatic in the driver's seat and continues to do so.
Mid lane, they set up with the Blink Astral. Follow-ups coming through, that's the more moves he called out there. Goblin on the run, not gonna make it out, gets picked and dealt with. Ohio is godlike. He to die this game 9-0-6. This Phoenix has as many kills as all of Team Spirit.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And yeah,
Radiant's middle
AJ
tower
TP
is under
one
attack.
tower behind, and then he'll set up for a rolling boulder, a boulder smash, and while his teammates TP in.
These two can single-handedly wipe the entire team if they get their combo off. With DJ trying to bait here, the Magnetar's coming through is going to force Ramsey back quite a bit, and the rest of the team descending on the engagement. Barra is now forced to run after the lasso. The Earth Spirit finished off, though, and always want to fly. Almost finished off here by Luigi elsewhere, and just TP's out in the nick of time, and as we're seeing Afterlife able to also blink away here, scattering frantically. And in the end, Team Spirit out on top there, and that was without the Hand of God getting activated.
I mean, Fnatic had the much better idea there. They missed their spells. Earth Spirit went for the roll, he missed the roll, and then more importantly, he missed the stun on the Chaos Knight, who was going to be their first target with the TPs in. So missing their initiation completely backfired that situation. Otherwise, I don't feel like Fnatic made any shot calling mistakes there. It was just purely execution. So Spirit capitalized on the mistake, and it's in some ways the same mistake. Earth Spirit, a lot of his spells, somewhat, they can be dodged, they are hard to land, and that was just the case with the CK and his movement there.
And if it goes the other way and he hits 2-3 heroes with the kick, and then you immediately just jump in with the Phoenix, drop the egg on them after a couple of spirits, it's a bit like with 3-4 kills going the other way. And they end with 2 for 1, but Spirit will be happy with it.
Highest going to make the big jump to refresh, often like it's considered more of a late game item, but with how fast
Lotus?
it's gonna be level 16,
Seems like a Lotus Orb.
Radiant's middle tower
it's
is under
it's
attack.
much more stable, what you'd expect kind of item, but I feel like a fast refresher could also get a lot done this game. Because of how, if he messes up an ultimate slightly.
She's going down here on the bottom lane and wants to go into Godlike, but as you're pointing out, yeah, everybody's just on the run. It looks like Ramsey is going to end up going down the mid one.
He's going to take a lot of it.
Toggle,
The more you armor toggle, the more intel he's getting, by the way. Just so you know, Ramsey.
Well, either that or you die. So keep on
I die on the field of
Alright,
glory.
thanks for the intel.
While that was happening, Ken almost finished off. They tried to call down and really dove on bottom, but wasn't back to the base. So the Tricore Fnatic are now all 3 atop the board.
They may. He doesn't have ultimate to benefit from all the stolen intel, but a lot of damage output can come from it if they manage to find a fight.
Fine. Spirit just gonna split push, I imagine.
Yeah.
Radiant's
Or at least
middle tower
Fight
is
away
under
from
attack.
BOD. Gar trying to group with them. One clearing out at the bottom lane, blinking back. Kibby nearly done now, and you know, God, looking at Spirit, while they have the lasso, they have very little damage to go through this BKB. With
Dire's
the
top
CK
tower
illusions
is under attack.
actually in danger of just blowing up all the AoE and still having to deal with Fire Spirit to pass, so a lot of control for those.
And likely we'll see Fnatic have another go towards that bottom lane. The tier 3 already down with this Aegis. Possibly Mushi's MKB if they want to wait for that. I don't think it's a necessity, but they're close to a BKB on OD as you just mentioned, and a couple others.
Roshan has fallen to the
dust. They may
Fatality!
look to just farm for a couple minutes before going for that big push.
Seems they're close enough that it's worth it.
BKB definitely, the MKB from Mushi is kind of the big question mark. He's headed back to base to heal, so he's actually not going to be farming, so I think you're better off going now rather than trying to farm up. You're giving Spirit time to farm their BKBs. This Chaos Knight just about 800 gold away from completing a BKB of his own, which would help a lot against fighting into the gyro. I mean, fighting against everything. Talk about how good a Veil game it is. It's because they're very magic damage heavy, which the BKB pickups for Razor and Chaos Knight are going to be very important. Razor actually completed his now.
Yeah, there's BKB number 1. Mushi about 600 gold short of completing the
What have we here?
MKB, and it is Fnatic's turn to get more aggressive here. They're gonna roll up into the enemy ancients, mid one, sneaking past it. Probably looking to dive, always want to fly. Back behind the tower. It's a rough series thus far. 2 and 6 in this game, and trying to limit the damage, stem the bleeding. Any vision behind the tower right now, though, so they have just planted a ward. With that, they do see Iceberg.
Careful, because with the BKB, it's probably not feeling too frightened of a Blink Astral setup. You know, he can always BKB. And with the BKBs, they do have the ability to try and contest the
Radiant's
Spinova
middle
egg
tower
coming
has
up
been
from Ohio,
denied.
but
Very nice deny there. Still a tower down, though. And more
they're
map
rotating
control.
bottom. So they pushed up bottom and they'll just trend to that bottom high ground siege now, I believe. Ohio will be level 16 by that stage.
Oh, just finds the Astral in time. Chen does have Hand of God, but literally nobody in the sight. And Ramses is just...
The split push in the mid lane and the top lane isn't there, so this is going to be the high ground threat. The MKB just completed. The Phoenix just hitting level 16. Everything you could hope for on the side of Fnatic is there. Apart from maybe the refresher. It is a refresher. He just picks up the recipe now, missing one more perseverance, about 1,000 gold away. But ultimately, one egg is enough to actually take the first lane of Raxia, force a CA buyback, which kind of chips away at his BKB fund.
If they get a good combo, he definitely only needs one, but God, it manages to drop 2 in one fight. See if they can find that opening. Fnatic are very confidently moving forward here. Jay out in front has the blink dagger, just picked up recently as well, and Mushi now gonna start tanking tornado damage.
Importantly, he's got the Aegis too, because he's going to be the one on the front lines to right-click the racks down.
Keep on hailing Mushi to the Sunray Warriors.
Radiant
Whether it's
structures
on
are
offense or
fortified.
defense. Afterlife is coming around from the south side, though. He's looking for a lasso opening, has the Force Staff available. Fnatic showing only a hero that isn't really a problem with this spot. That's Mushi. They do have to grab mid one. They want to try and finish off the Zone, even has the BKB. They got to completely chase down where he's going to turn this fight around. Ultimate house for now, trying to steal the damage. Drops the hammer of Misery 2, looking for the third, the false promise, keeping Ramsey alive now. Looks like he will be okay. But the rest of the team, not so much. Good Astral there, dodging the fountain shots as they drag him back towards the well. There's another reality rift.
Radiant's
Maybe
bottom
can pull him in
barracks
again.
has fallen.
Seem like it's the case. Fnatic striking back in
Radiant's
game number 2,
bottom barracks are
taking a
under
lane of rest,
attack.
and they've done it in style. 31 minutes in.
Radiant's bottom
Now
barracks has
looking
fallen.
Now they're
more.
diving the fountain, LB.
All right, Fnatic, a loss here.
Oh, they got the refresher. It was the Ohio's like,
Dyer's
guys, I need to
middle
get to the
tower
fountain
is
behind
under
it. Come with
attack.
me, come
Let's
with me.
go for a team shopping trip.
Yeah, at this stage there was no real comeback potential. Celebratory supernova
Dyer's
from
top
Ohio,
tower
the
is
MVP
under
of this
attack.
game. And
Fnatic
Fnatic just
victory.
dominant here in game number 2. I think they played well in game number 1. There was apart from maybe like Mushi's individual play, but this time around Mushi said, we're going to forget that, move on, and as a team, Fnatic just outplaying Team Spirit here.
Is it possible that for the first time, would it be the first time ever that there were 2 Southeast Asian teams in the upper bracket, or were Zenith and Orange both in the upper bracket?
Oh, during TI
Together.
itself? Probably some TI. Like, go way back to like TI2, those teams were like favorites to win, but they were like top 8